Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Beemer Fam. You guys join us with another quick video. Today we're going to be talking about the best BMW cars you can purchase for under $10,000. So we're going to get right into today's video. Number one, the F33 series. You can get the 320 or even the 328i for less than $10,000 here in 2022. You can get this car in a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive variation. The car comes with the inline 4-cylinder single turbo that pushes around just north of 250 horsepower. I've had a lot of people mistaken Chanel's car for the latest model of the 3 Series. They almost look like a little baby M car if you have the M Sport front and rear bumper on the car. Another key thing with the F30 Generation 3 Series is the gas mileage. Since you get that small motor and a single turbo, my girlfriend's car easily gets anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per gallon in the city. Now, they underrate the gas mileage on average, but if you really drive that car tame, you can really get some good gas mileage. So if you're looking for a car that's economically friendly, the F30 Generation 3 Series is going to be your best bet by far. One thing to look out though for with these cars is you're going to have to make sure these things were well taken care of and they've had their regular servicing over the years from the previous owners. They are prone to some issues like timing chain guides, a few issues with the turbos, with higher mileage. Next up is the E36 M3. You can pick up a high mileage E36 M3 for around 10 grand or less. You can just take it to a dealership and have them inspect the car. You spend anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks for that process, and you get a peace of mind knowing that the car is as clean as it looks online. I would definitely stay away from salvage junk titled cars. You want to look for a clean title. Since they are older M cars, they are more expensive to own, so you want to make sure you're finding a clean one. You have a little bit of cash set aside to put in for maintenance and other miscellaneous items. Next up is one of my favorites on this list is the F10 528i. This car you can get in a rear-wheel drive or even an X-drive, all-wheel drive variation, and very modern looking car. It's one of the newer generations of the 5 Series. Very comfortable interior. I actually consider it to be like a baby 7 Series from that generation. The interior is almost identical to the 7 Series of that generation. It's a little bit more small, a little bit more compact, and slightly less technology. Cars you can pick up for around $10,000 or less. Higher mileage, of course, anywhere from 80,000 to 115,000 miles would seem pretty fair. Again, make sure you get these cars serviced. They share the same motor as the F30, so you can be prone to timing chain issues and slight turbo issues, but it is an inline 4-cylinder single turbo. The 5 Series, you get the technology, more luxury than that 3 Series, and slightly more executive styling. Next up is also another one of my favorites on this list is the E90 328i. Especially if you get the facelift, you get very modern styling. You get the LED headlights, you get the LED tail lights, you even get your iDrive navigation. But more importantly, these cars are very reliable, and it comes with a 6-cylinder. You can even get in the X-drive, all-wheel drive variation, or you can get in the rear-wheel drive. And not only that, you can pick these cars up with lower miles for $10,000. So I've seen cars for less than 10K, anywhere from 60,000 miles, in some cases 50,000 miles, up to 80,000 miles seems pretty fair for these cars. Styling's on point. Reliability is on point. We've actually owned a few of these cars and they treated us very well. So I would highly recommend the E90 3 Series, the 328, maybe even the 325 in particular. So next up we have the X3 from the F generation. We did test drive a few of those X3s and I gotta say they're excellent cars. A lot of space on the interior. If you're someone taller, you get a lot of headroom. Because with the 3 Series, you know, it's not really built for the tallest people. You can definitely own the car if you're, you know, around 6'5" or something like that. But the X3 and the X5 is definitely going to be the cars that you want from the F generation, and you get them for around $10,000. Obviously, again, we're going to be looking at higher mileage. You get the 28i variation, which comes with that inline 4-cylinder single turbo, so you're gonna have to look out for those key issues that could go wrong with that car. You know, get the car inspected and serviced, you know, maybe before purchasing. But I will say, if you can find a clean one of those cars, they look great. It's one of my favorite looking generations of the X3. Not only that, they can be very reliable, and you can get a lot of space inside that car. You can have all your friends, your family, even kids in the back seat. Take the car anywhere and have a blast while doing it. For you smaller folks, this one might interest you, which is the BMW Z4. You can get this car from anywhere from $10,000 or less. Decent mileage. Most likely this car is going to come with that inline 6-cylinder naturally aspirated engine, which is a blast. You could do some exhaust work to it. You get this thing in a 5 or 6 speed manual. And having driven a few of these cars, they are a blast to drive. It makes you feel like you're in a real tiny supercar, super sports car. Obviously it doesn't have a lot of power like these supercars nowadays, but it makes you feel like you're going so fast in that thing, and it's just a blast to experience a car like that. Styling is nice and sporty. You sit low to the ground. It's a two-seater. Not only that, you can drop the top. What more can you ask for out of a sports car? And then last up, we have the E60 Generation 5 Series. You get this car in a 525, 528, or even a 530, which comes with a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder motor that produces north of around 250 horsepower. Obviously, you can get this car in the rear-wheel drive or even the X-Drive model. Fairly modern design, starting to get dated just a little bit nowadays. You can get the navigation, you get your basic technology and nice amenities from your BMW inside of this car. Shout out to my cousin Dave. He owned a 530 for about 3 years, and he picked that car up around 80,000 miles. He got that car for $6,000. So the good thing about this car, you can get these cars with lower mileage for $10,000 or less. So if you're looking for a lower mileage car, I would definitely recommend the E65 series, but more importantly, that E90 3 series. You're really gonna get a big bang for your buck. You get all the technology, you get your X-Drive, you can even get them in a convertible. Let me know which one you guys would pick off of this list for one of the best BMWs you could buy for 10 grand. And if I left any BMWs for less than 10 grand out that you would recommend any first-time buyers or anything like that, make sure you comment below. If I'm personally buying a BMW for less than $10,000, it's tough. I'm either gonna go with that F30 328 just because of the styling. The newer generation technology is killer. Or I'm gonna go with that E90 328i because I'm gonna get lower mileage and I'm gonna be able to drive the car and also get that slightly bigger motor, naturally aspirated inline 6. Hope this video helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. If it did, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check us out on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.